Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone. Sorry for the. We will start the Srimad Bhagavatam session with a small kirtan. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावन चारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अवध्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10, and text 15. So I'll read the sloka and this thing. So text 15. Mridanga Sangha Bhairyascha Veena Panava Gomukaha Dunduri Anaka Gandhatya Nedur Dhundubayastata. Translation, we have only translation here. Translation given by Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: while the Lord was departing from the palace of Astinapura, different types of drums like the mridanga, dola, nagra, dunduri and dundubi, and flutes of different types, the veena, gomukha and beri, all sounded together to show him honor. So it's a nice text. We have a text 16 also. So we'll read after understanding this sloka. Om Ajnanathimirantasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthabitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees. So this is again one nice sloka that Krishna is leaving from Hastinapura to Dwaraka. So the celebration of farewell is happening. So in that there are a lot of instruments are mentioned here. They're playing those instruments and giving nice send off. Pandavas giving nice send off to Krishna. So here, what we can understand. See, generally, we welcome devotees whenever some sannyasis comes to our temple, and any senior devotees or Prabhupada disciples. Welcoming for welcoming, we play instruments. We do kirtans in the front of the temple, and we welcome with the flowers and kumbam. Everything we give, it's all what it's showing means it's a respect. Here, the point is Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. He is going. For going, there is a wonderful send off. So that is the beauty. Generally, we invite only, we'll celebrate. Here, people are celebrating Krishna's going. Means what? Krishna give all the prosperity through the establishment of dharma, re-establishment of dharma by making Yudhishthira as a king, as a further king, and people are very happy in the prajas, in the whole Bharatavarsha, that Yudhishthira Maharaj going to rule this country again. So with that celebration, Krishna also wants to go to Dwaraka, back to Dwaraka. So this is happening. So whole setup is like our life only. That Krishna came, take appeared as a Krishna and gives performs his Leela, and he is returning back to Goloka. The same thing is happening in Pandava's life now. Krishna came, re-established Dharma, and is again returning back. For that, they are celebrating like anything. That's what we celebrate Vaishnava's departure also. Because they are not simply dying. Vaishnavas actually not dying. They are just finishing Leela, Prakat Leela, they say. And Shastra says it's a Prakat Leela. So after that, there is a Aprakata Leela also happening. That the presence, the past times, and the absence pastimes also happening. Like Prabhupada is absent physically, but there is a Aprakata Leela still happening. There is a connection, there is a people are preaching, and Prabhupada books making big magic to many of us devotees and newcomers. That day by day there is new devotees are coming. So that understanding, we can understand how Krishna is going back. Like that, there is a Prakata Leela, then Aprakata Leela. So here there are various instruments are mentioned. So when talking about instruments, there is a big topic actually. We have our boys group. We discussed about what instruments makes what vibration, and what is the vibration impacts in our body system. All these things we were discussed. That maybe I'll give a small this thing. First thing, the Triguna is everywhere. Okay, so Triguna is in instruments also. Some of the instruments make sattvic music, some of the instruments make rajasic, some of the instruments makes you tamasic, some of the instruments which makes you transcendental. That is also there, Suddha Sattvic. So these are all the things are there. So sattvic instruments, like we can hear Veena, it's a sattvic instrument. There is an instrument called Yal, that is sattvic. There is flute. Flute is a transcendental music. Like that, there is a category. And in marriage and all, they play that Matalam and Nadaswaram. These are all sattvic plus rajasic. And when now this instruments here it's mentioned, it's all about fully Rajasic. If you go to Kerala, they have Chandamelam, that completely welcoming king. That sound makes you Rajasic only. When you hear the sound, you feel dance. Means you will be very active. So instrument impact your gunas also, your body vibration also. There are many things. So I want to show you, because there are many instruments we are seeing in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Krishna's pastime, and now this Mahabharata pastime also we say we should know what are all the instruments which was used 5,000 years before, what are all the flowers they used 5,000 years before, and what are all the ornaments. It's all very detailed. And the name, if you read Krishna book, there are very nice names which we are not minding. We are keeping so much bush kash kash karke. We are keeping some names of this thing, but very beautiful names which is available in Krishna books, Srimad Bhagavatam. Those names we have to revive, and we will keep those names in our children, so that these names will be continued. It has so much meaning and so much power, but we are not going with that. We are just finding Sanskrit modern word of that only name. Those days it's not like that. So we have to revive. So I just want to show you those instrument one by one. Maybe some of the instrument veena, so I don't want to show. So this, you see, this is called Go Mukha. From this, the sound will be, it's almost like this thing, ox sound. The male bull sound comes. Very, karke, that very strong sound. It's a Rajasic instrument. So they use this instrument to welcoming or celebration, like big festivals. Still, some old temples in Tamil Nadu, they have this instrument. And Trichy, there is a Perumal called Purushottama Perumal. So there is a second Divyadesham. So that temple, they have the 2,000 years old of this instrument. Still, there is one fellow who is from Parampara. He is there. He is just playing in the Madhyana. They do Mangalarati. It means after marriage ceremony. Every day the Lord marry Lakshmi there. So what happened after this marriage? They use this instrument to sound. It gives very auspicious to the whole temple. It's full of black stone temple. Completely, it vibrates like anything. So divine. That's what it's a Rajasic, but when it is used for Krishna Seva, it's become transcendental. I wish to you also hear in future this kind of instruments when we go to those temples and all. So this is the thing. And this one is Nagra. See how big it is. They play, it's very huge sticks, and they use this thing and they play. And this one is Berry. It's like a modern trumpet. It's used 5,000 years before we have this kind of instruments, making nice sounds. And this is, Dhunduri. It's a big drum, and they play like a very Rajasic. They do this thing. And this is, you also know, this Dundubi. In Tamil, they say Udukka. It's Lord Shiva's instruments also. When he performs Nitya dance, he uses this sound. So these are all instruments which is actually makes one person that in that mood, that they are celebrating, they are respecting. So though these kind of Rajasic instrument and Sattvic mixed is there, and Sattvic plus Tamasic instrument there, and Rajasic and Tamasic instrument there. There are mix of all three gunas. In three gunas is available everywhere. So this, I want to show that these are all the instruments those days people used for welcoming the great king, and now they are using for Krishna send off. So we are moving to the next sloka. This is the understanding. By honoring Krishna, they do all these things. So we move to the next sloka. It's text 16. It goes like this. Prashadha shikararudhaha kurunaryo didikshaya va vrushu kushumai krishnam prema vridha smitekshanaha. Translation. Out of loving desire to see Lord, the royal ladies of Kurus got up on top of the palace and smiling with affection and shyness, they showered flowers upon the Lord. Actually, this is a simple sloka, but Prabhupada gave this much big purport. I just analyzed yesterday this purport. What is this? Some simple word. Prabhupada is completely enlightening about the shyness of the woman. So we will see what is the purport says. Purport. Shyness is a particular extra natural beauty for the fair sex. Very wonderfully Prabhupada is mentioning here. Extra natural. Because shyness is actually a ornament of woman in Vedic times. Nowadays also it's here and there. Is there when we brought up ladies as properly, the girls in our home, they have this, they will exhibit this kind of what do you say, this kind of reactions, that shyness. It's not, shyness is not something inferior. Shyness is, Prabhupada is saying, extra natural beauty of woman. So that's what there is a saying that the girl should have some 16 qualities, then only they consider as girls. So in that it's a big list. In that, first one is shyness and fear about their father. Fear means the respectable fear about their father, that whom she got sheltered. When by birth she got shelter under father, then brother, then husband, then son, like that it goes, no? They're having that respectable fear to the person who she sheltered. Then the shyness is very, very important ornament, we can say, for a ladies, one must means should have. If ladies have shyness, means the respect normally increase. But nowadays, in the name of feminism, in the name of equality, they're losing their feminism. Actually, feminine, in the name of feminism, they lose their feminine. So anyway, it's a big topic. It's a controversial topic. We'll go further. And it commands respect from the opposite sex. Prabhupada is very strongly saying. So it commands respect. When your shyness means you are very chaste. That's what we can see this in Mahabharata also. When this Duryodhana entering the palace, Draupadi smiled very loudly because of he fall down. He thought that there is a water. And something, it's not showing that Draupadi showed that quality and that time. So because of that, what happened, you see? Just if your shyness and being there and in your courtyard in the top of the palace, and you are seeing, but if you laugh loudly, means you are not exhibiting your feminine quality. There comes the problem. So this custom was observed even during the days of the Mahabharata. So this was observed. See, those royal women, the king woman, the queens of palace, Astinapura, they showed this. Anyway, it's a Leela Draupadi did, and because of that, very this thing happened, and re-establishment of Dharma happened. It's all very good for this thing, only for a cause of establishment of Dharma. Anyway, we'll move. More than 5,000 years ago, it is only the less intelligent person, not well versed in the history of the world, who say that observance of separation of female from male is an introduction of Mohammedan period in India. So it's also a controversial topic. I just say that, see, there is people as in that Mohammedan culture. They wear the burqa, they cover their whole body, eyes only visible. All these things. Our people also having those things. Our Matajis also they should cover head when they are coming to the public, especially. I don't know if you people saw that some 5 6 years before. That is my last movie I saw. It's Padmavat. So that Padmavat movie is that the character of Padmavat. It's a real history in Rajput in north side. That lady is completely covered, and that Sultan, that who's that fellow, Aurangzeb, something. That guy, she wanted to own that lady, that queen. So because of that, the queens of the palace, they got into the fire. So that is the story. It's very historic movie. So I just saw for having the session with our class boys and giving some movie screening and all. We do that time. So we did that. So that like that, if you're covering that, he's just seeing that with the covering itself, this lady is so beautiful. So I want to want. So this much very crucial people are there in that Mohammedan this thing also it's mentioned. Anyway, this is there in our culture. It's already there. People who doesn't know the history, they will say that it's from a Mohammedan culture. So this incident from Mahabharata period proves definitely that the ladies of the palace observed strict pardha, means restricted association with men. This is the terminology for being this thing, limited restriction with mingle with husband. So when husband goes for a war and fighting with other kingdom, there are a lot of very big period of time they are separating, and when they come each other, they celebrate that they have the restricted sex life, like it comes under our four regulative principle also. So it's mentioned, it's called Pardha. Prabhupada is saying it's Pardha. It's a new terminology anyway. We'll move further. And instead of coming down in the open air, where Lord Krishna and others are assembled, the ladies of the palace went up the top of the palace and from there paid their respect to Krishna by showering the flowers. This is also one of the beautiful, majestic behavior of the ladies, those who are in those periods. Anyway, if you're talking, I saw one foreign devotees giving lecture of the same topic. She is telling it's not at all possible in the New York. So now in India also it's happening, but still Prabhupada mercy, our ladies are wearing saris and covering their head and not exposing too much by the dress, all these things. The culture is still preserved. And so I saw some of the senior Prabhupada disciples, they are just holding the Sri Dharma. They have to follow properly Sri Dharma and Purusha Dharma, all 6 dharmas. It should be re-establishment of the Varnashrama Dharma. All these things they are also maintaining to the extent, and devotees who are following those kind of senior devotees, they're doing actually. So here it is definitely stated here that ladies were smiling there on the top of the palace, checked by signers. You just see this. This is very wonderful. We can see the old movie and all, the 80s, 70s movie. This was a little bit, maybe they shown these kind of emotions. They smile with the nice shyness also. The same thing by seeing the all beautiful Krishna, all handsome Krishna, because he is a Madan Mohan, no? He is equal, not equal to the Koti Gandharvas, Koti Cupid, 1 crore. It's mentioned. Shastras, they say that Krishna's beauty is not compared to even 1 crore of Gandharvas comes together, whatever beauty they are having, that is not comparable with this Krishna's one beauty, one glance of the style of seeing, glancing Krishna, the way of seeing and way of moving his eyes and walking, dancing, playing flute. It's all unique. So that kind of beautiful, handsome personality when ladies saw, definitely they develop the shyness. Shyness means they are very chaste. That is the point we can understand here. So when anyway, Prabhupada is talking below, we will discuss that. This shyness is a gift of nature to the fair sex. These are all very nice points Prabhupada is making, that it's a gift of nature to the fair sex. Means what? Nowadays it's happening unfair sex. Because by exposing the beauty, the sex is happening. But actually it is not like that. Shyness is not exposing the body or something. It's completely unfair sex is happening nowadays. People are following all movies. Nowadays movies going very different angle. They are showing all the nonsense, illicit sex relationship. All these things our people are seeing, our new generation is seeing, and they're just thinking, okay, maybe this kind of life also there. Why don't we live this kind of life also? Anyway, people are going, and we have to restrict those kind of things. We have to give our children with a nice experience by this entertainment gadgets and all. It's a big topic anyway. Every word I can talk 1 hour. That kind of word is there. Anyway, I'm just moving since time is permit very less for me. Anyway, we will see, move further. And it enhances the beauty and prestige. See, whatever we discuss, it's coming. Even if they are all less important of family, even if they are less attractive. This is one more beauty. See, when you see that when I can say, when if you want to see the most beautiful woman in the world, you have to take your mother's younghood picture, like your parents' marriage picture. You see your mother. She is such a beautiful lady in the world. Okay, because she has that innocent, she is not that much makeup and all, very simple lady wearing nice silk saree in the marriage. And I like my mother's photo in the younger age, and during the marriage, my father and mother marriage photos and all. I just saw, my God, my mother is so beautiful. This feeling everyone got. Isn't it? Maybe if you want to comment, you can chat. See, it's a very beautiful thing, but what we thinking, that the shyness means it's an inferior quality. That's what people will say. Hey, don't be shy, Ra. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. This is only we will taught the new modern education. But those days, shyness is there. Shyness is an ornament for ladies actually. How mainly man have that masculine this thing, they show that this thing like that. That is ornament for man. Like that for woman, shyness is ornament. Anyway, this is going very yeah, anyway, I'll complete this. See, Prabhupada gives now here example. We have practical experience of this fact. As sweeper woman commanded the respect of many respectable gentlemen simply by manifesting the lady's shyness. Half-naked ladies in the street do not command any respect. But a shy sweeper's wife commands respect from all. This is a nice example Prabhupada those days gives, because Prabhupada was in the foreign. He's just thinking that these half-naked women roaming here and there in the street, and they're for a prostitute or something. They're just exposing by wearing the half-naked dress. That woman doesn't commands respect, because they are losing their chastity. They're losing their feminine because they want to be equal to a man. Actually, woman is not equal to men. Woman is greater than a man, actually. Maharaj says this point very nicely. When Maharaj talks about feminism, because we discussed the same thing in that canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and fifth canto also some point coming. So those classes I heard from Maharaj personally, he says this very nicely. When you're in the terms of equality, we are just losing the feminine nature of the female in the name of being equal to men. Women never become equal to men. That is the important point. Because Actually, women, they are thinking that they are inferior to men. That's what they want to become equal to men. But actually, the actual fact is, women are greater than the men. That is a fact. Shastra says, Prabhupada never see all these things Prabhupada saying, and Prabhupada never showed that women are inferior, women are less intelligent. No, he never disrespect women. You see all the things Prabhupada equally treats, and some of the areas, see, Yamuna Mataji's this thing, we are hearing every day 7:15, Govindham Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. See, she's lady. Prabhupada only told Mataji should not sing in the temple where a lot of brahmacharis are there. This is all mentioned. But still Prabhupada allowed Yamuna Mataji to sing that Govinda Madhupurusham. That we should understand. We should hear from the pure devotee's mouth. It's good. It is transcendental. It purifies us. But simply nowadays people are roaming here and there and wearing nice color kurtas and dhotis, and Mataji is also wearing nice this thing and studs and all. I saw many devotees. They're just entertaining by doing kirtan. They are not transforming by doing kirtan. That is very important actually. When you sing with feelings, that transform the people who are hearing, and beings around you hearing. It's not only people, it's a being. The beings in the air, beings in the corner of the room. It also gets purification and elevate themselves. So we should understand all these things very carefully. So sweeper wife, even though it's a sweeper wife, it's a proper mean to say is it's lower than what we thinking. It's a lower level. Still, that lady, the wife showing the shyness, she commands respect. That is the point Prabhupada is making. So there are very wonderful point. Prabhupada is one by one. It's coming, and the last line is the shyness is a check to the unrestricted mixing. It's a nature gift, and it must be utilized. This is the Prabhupada's final point for this session. So I might not justified for this sloka. Please forgive me if I did any mistake. Please forgive me, and if you have any comment further, please let me know. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much. I think such wonderful controversial topics. Thank you. You got these two verses. When we were talking of Sri Dharma, the only closest to hear about Sri Dharma is when Her Grace Palini Mataji was here, and I'm sure the entire circle benefited from that. It transformed a few people. Thanks for taking it. Huh?
Our student is my wife.
Okay, yeah, I came to know that too, correct. And thanks for taking us through all the drums. And I mean, every time you come in, you always bring in the aspects of what you heard from Maharaj. So that way, thank you, Prabhu. We hope to hear more from you. Okay. And the last one, of course, Kirtan, you had sent a wonderful message of Indra Prabhu, how he had closed his eyes and singing. Yeah. So that immediately resonated to me. I mean, I'm sure others want to comment on many other points.
Yeah, I know it is controversial. Maybe please don't throw any stone on me since it's online.
I'll ask others to comment.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Oh, so nice class, Prabhuji. Yes, what you told, it is a very big topic and so many questions and debate will be there for this. Prabhuji, what you told, I like that word. Shyness is the ornament of the woman, but nowadays, by seeing the women, we are getting the shyness. Seeing women only.
I'm hearing from women also. That is a big thing.
By seeing women only, really. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. As usual, wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, I like the instruments, Prabhu, how even in the tamasic mode of instrument has been used, and it is used for the Lordship, Lord's service, it could converted into mode of goodness. So that's really nice, Prabhu. We should learn in this, like whatever we do in the service of the Lord, so that will make us more happiness, Prabhu. So that really wonderful points, Prabhu. We wish you to hear more and more, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
You are this very nice class, Prabhu, about shyness, everything. So about Palini Mataji's teachings, everything. So Palini Mataji inspired me actually. She gave a nice class, and I was transformed by her actually. And
Oh.
about you, whichever state you are in, you will tend to give classes. We thank you for the your dedication and enthusiasm, Prabhu.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mataji.
Prabhu, where are you? We can see the background different, so we always find out.
I'm in Visakhapatnam, Prabhu, where
Oh.
Narasimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj did big
Oh.
pastime here.
Very
We have
well, very well.
I can show you. It's nearby that hill where Prahlad Maharaj pushed into the sea.
In the sea. Okay, Prabhu.
That place is there. Simhachalam is there.
Okay.
So
Send some
visited-
pictures, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
No?
It was a wonderful class, Prabhu, and especially we being women, it was a greater takeaway point for us, especially on the shyness and how you mentioned that it is it determines the chastity of the women. And one thing that I observed is usually we don't focus on those verses which doesn't have purport in them. But today it was a different thing, because even though the verse didn't have purport, it had a deeper meaning. The translation gave a deeper meaning, the instruments thing that you mentioned. So it was a very wonderful class, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
You can visit our YouTube channel, The Vedic Sparks. The faith versus science class, I gave all the instruments like temple bell, and we are using for puja bell. From all these things, what is the vibration, what it impacts a human body, all these things are there. We want to understand more about the instruments which we are using for kirtans. It's there.
Also, Prabhu, also I want to just read looks like many people have commented. Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro, I saw. Maybe I can read that. Time is there.
I'll just quickly finish it off, Prabhu. One is Dandavat Pranam, nice class for Mataji's. A lot of examples from Pranam in real life. We would like to hear more from you, and somebody else agree. Nothing, Prabhu. I'm sure all of us will go and ask our parents today, give me the picture of my mother. That is for sure.
Yeah, your comment I read. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure many are going
I
to.
thought the stones will come from Mataji's side. Now, totally different. I'm just carefully handling the